Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear my voice? Can you hear my voice clearly?
Yes, brother.
Okay. So this is quite a long topic compared to the last week na 40 slides lang to nun. So I think 80 slides na siya ang part 2. So before we proceed, do you have any questions about the part 1 of hemodynamic? Or maybe we can cover the part two first, and then if you have questions after the hemodynamic chapter in total, you can share your questions after the lecture. So, good afternoon once again. Um, this time we are going to meet the following objectives for this afternoon. So, we will define hemostasis and explain its role in preventing excessive bleeding after a vascular injury, and then we will recognize the consequences of inadequate hemostasis, explain the mechanisms of and consequences of thrombosis and embolism, and then define the different types of shock. Okay, so I want you to watch this short video clip to understand the circulation.
Wow, I just built the most amazing workflow on Monday.com.
You build your own workflow? Why?
We all know that the blood moves along this path, right? But there is also a much easy way to show it. Hello. In this video, we will see the simplest way to show the circulation of blood. And we will gradually move towards more realistic one. Let's get started. The simplest way to show the circulation of blood is a figure of 8. The heart is at crossing of two lines in the middle. The upper loop is pulmonary circulation and the bottom is systemic circulation. The blood circulates in shape of 8. From heart, it goes to lungs. Then it goes back to the heart and gets pumped into the systemic circulation. Again, it comes back to the heart and the loop is repeated. Thus, during each loop, the blood passes 2 times through the heart, 1 time through the lungs, and 1 time through the systemic circuit. This is the most simplified and the easiest way to draw the circulation of blood. A slight modification in this will take it one step closer to how we usually draw it. In this shape, we can understand some more detail. We can clearly distinguish right heart and left heart. The right side of the circuit contains deoxygenated blood and the left side contains oxygenated blood. From the right heart, blood goes to the lungs to get oxygenated. Then it comes back to the left heart and gets pumped into the systemic circulation. Here it unloads the oxygen and returns to the right heart. This loop keeps repeating until you die. This shape is very easy to understand, but the problem with this is the anatomy of heart is getting distorted here. For example, in this circuit, the right atrium is shown at the bottom and right ventricle is shown above the atrium. This is not how we usually draw it. We draw atria up and ventricles at the bottom. To make it anatomically more accurate, we draw the same loop but in a more sophisticated way. Now we can fit in the realistic heart. Here we have right ventricle, pulmonary artery, pulmonary vein, left atrium, left ventricle, aorta, vena cava, and right atrium. The anatomy of all these structures has complicated the understanding of blood circulation. But if we can forget the anatomy for a while, the circulation itself is much simple. Of course, the realistic diagram is also useful in many ways. But if you ever get confused regarding the circulation, remember that it's just a fancy way of drawing the figure of 8. I hope this makes your understanding of blood circulation more clear. That's it for this video. If you feel this video will help your friends and colleagues, please share it with them too. And don't forget to subscribe because lots more to come. At Nonstop Neuron, learning medical concepts is
Okay. So that was the short review of your circulation in that short video. So anyway, I will share the PowerPoint slide so you can rewatch the video about the normal circulation. So we will discuss the abnormalities that occurs within the normal circulation. So um, your hemostasis or your normal hemostasis is the process by which the blood clots form at the sites of vascular injury. So when there is derangement of your normal hemostasis, so this is called hemorrhage or your hemorrhagic episode, which is excessive bleeding, and then your thrombosis, which is your excessive clotting. Mag-asa day ko, wala na nagputol-putol akong voice kay ang internet keeps on going off. Wala na siya nagputol-putol. Okay ra? Oh,
Kira, Doc.
naiuman nga dili. Okay. Okay. Sige lang. Please type in or let me know if magputol-putol lang ako ang voice as we go along ha kay I don't know what's wrong with my internet right now. Basig tungod kay it's in the middle of the day. Many are using the internet. So for normal hemostasis, this is there are following there are this is a process involving your platelets, your clotting factors, and the endothelium. So this will occur at the site of injury, and it will culminate with the formation of a blood clot, which will serve to prevent or limit the extent of your bleeding. So the important functions of your sorry, sorry, huh?